This is AndyTube, and in this video I'm going to do some test sewing on Lala, my $50 Singer 221 Featherweight. And I've done a little bit here because I needed to test some bobbin cases, and so far it's sewing well, but I've only sewed 3 or 4 seams. Before I get started, I want to talk about bobbin cases because I do not have the original bobbin case for Lala. When I bought this from my friend, this is the case, just a generic case that was with it, and I tried that this morning, and I set the tension on it at about 25. And I sewed, and it seems a little noisy. And I remember on some 301A Singer machines I did that used this same hook and bobbin case, that the aftermarket or non-original equipment bobbin cases kind of rattled a little bit. But they worked. All the ones I had tried, they worked. They were just a little on the noisy side. And I found this one was, but as I started sewing the second long seam, my tension was kind of messed up, and I was pulling the bobbin thread way up on the top. So I pulled it out of the machine and I checked the tension, and it was gone. I mean, it was very low or gone. So I took this apart and I cleaned it. It was clean, really, but I cleaned it and everything, and I reset the tension, and I sewed again, and the same thing on about the 3rd seam. This screw, the adjustment screw that adjusts the tension there, the one in the middle. This is the attachment screw, the littler one, and the one that's slightly bigger is to set the tension. It just kind of has worked loose. So when I got Lala, I looked at buying the original bobbin case, but it was more than I paid for her. So I bought one of these $15, $16 ones that were just all over the internet, made in China, and they're just generic, you know, and depending on the seller, I saw them from like 12 something to 20 something plus shipping. And I bought this one for just under $16 including shipping from and I don't even remember who it was. It wasn't somebody I'd used before on eBay, but they had a good rating, so I bought it. And I did the same thing. It just came in a Ziploc bag, you know, and I adjusted the tension to about 25 and sewed on it, and it worked well. It's a little bit rattly the way this one was, but this one didn't work loose or anything. It seemed to be holding the tension well. So I decided, okay, I'm going to make a little video and do some sewing. Then I remembered one time there was a sale on a seller that I use. I bought a lot of stuff from. I was there buying some belts and stuff online. It's on eBay. It's called Louis Love Bug, and he was having a sale on some stuff, and one of them was this Jin Zen 221 bobbin case, and you know, they all look and feel the same, so it's hard to tell, but I never used this. I just remember that I had bought it, and I remember looking at it. It seemed a little different to me because the screws are more the same size, or the mounting screws actually looks a little bit bigger than the adjustment screw. So I've never tried this. I don't know if it works or anything, but I want to try it because Louis sells some pretty good stuff, and he says it's you know, it's better quality than these ones from China. So I had the feeling it was from Japan, but I can't swear to that. But I got it for 29 bucks on sale. I just looked at his place and it's 34, 35. So, you know, I probably got 15% off or something. But I want to try this to see if it's quieter. You know, it's a $30 one, which costs at least half of what the original vintage one costs. Is it really quieter than the $15 one from China? Okay, so later I'm going to do a slideshow to show off how pretty Lala turned out, but I just have to show this faceplate off a little bit because it just turned out so pretty. I put that in my ultrasonic cleaner for 15 minutes with about an ounce of the crud cutter, and whew, wow, it came out so nice, so beautiful. So okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to set up here to sew, okay, and then I'll be back. I'm not sure what's the best angle to do this at. I'm just going to be hand pushing a button style foot pedal, but I was pleased to see when I got to the point that the machine was still in time. I did not have to retime it. And if those of you looking for a timing video, I'll put a link at the end of this video to my YouTube video for timing a 301, and it's the exact same process if you're thinking you're interested in checking or resetting the timing on your machine. So I'm just using a tension a little bit less than 4, and let's give it a try here. That's a little distracting in the video, I think. I put in a new LED bulb when I put it back together. Okay, let's give it a go here. Let's see, am I up or yeah. You should always start with your take-up lever all the way up. Right? Okay. Ta-da! How about that? And it sews a stitch just like Coco, my 301 did. Very, very nice. Let's go with a longer stitch here, and this is just a couple layers of cotton is all. Oh wait, that's the longest stitch. Well, let me reverse. Yeah, the machine just works so well. It's kind of like a half-size 301 kind of to me. So there's no problem. I mean, I don't have any zigzag or anything to you know, test with or anything like that, but oh, I didn't hold my thread back, so it got caught. All you people who can really sew, you must get a kick out of these. These test sewing videos I do. So that's that was 25 stitches. Stitch length 25. So I started out at 6 and then went shorter. So fooling around, I always kind of test the performance of the machine. So I'm going to take that 2 layers of cotton and I'm going to put just some, that's how thick it is. I don't know if that's lightweight, medium, or whatever. I think of it as a medium weight fleece. And I'm going to do this. My understanding is quilters like the machine a lot, and I don't know if it's just for sewing what they call their squares, or exactly if it's just that it's so portable. So let's see, I guess I'll go about 20. I don't know what's proper here. Just going to lighten that tension to 3 here. Want it to sew down, so you can kind of hear the noise on this bobbin, right? I mean, to me, it's a little shaky. But this bobbin case, this $15 bobbin case, is working well for me. So I'm going to pull this $15 case out, or $16, and I'm going to put my $30 Jin Zen. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce it properly, but I'm gonna set this, put this up and sew on that, and we're going to see the difference. Okay, I have my new $30 case, brand new, in here. Let's see if it's going to sew. I didn't even check the tension on it. I just feel it should be set at the factory properly, but we'll see. I'll still use about a 3 thread tension and about, what am I at here, 15 stitches per inch, I guess. Okay, right away, to me, there's a lot less rattling of the case. Whenever I do these videos and I go back and edit them, and during these parts where I'm sewn with the camera this close, they just sound terribly loud to me. So a lot of times I mute the sound down a little for that part. So I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but this $30 case does not rattle as much as the $16 case does, in my opinion. And I guess I should be saying the $16 case and the $35 case. Okay. So if you think that that rattling noise of the $16 case is going to bother you, then maybe you should you know, go for the original case if you can afford it, or go for the like a $30 to $40 case like this, depending on your budget. But if you're not interested in that, I will tell you, this $16 one sewed. It worked just as well, and the tension is adjusting. The tension is holding on well. Wait, it was this one with the dark screws. It sewed as well as this one. This one just kind of rattles like the other one did, and the same on the 301 machines. This case is quieter, in my opinion. So, okay, let me get set up here, and I'm going to just do some other materials and fabrics and stuff. Okay, I'm going to test some sunbrella upholstery, outdoor upholstery fabric now. I've done a lot of testing with this fabric on other machines, so I want to see how the Featherweight here handles this. You're not going to be able to see the stitching when I'm finished because of the what's going on here, because of the pattern of the fabric. It's kind of a knit and weave combination. I'm still just at a 3 tension, 3.5 I guess, and I'll stay at about 15 stitches. I think I'll go to 12 maybe on this. Get my needle up out of there. Yep, you won't be able to see it, but it did fine. It did comparable with other. How about some denim? My wife asked me how it will sew, like if she could hem jeans and stuff with it, and I said I don't know. I've never used it, but I explained it's a gear drive, just like her 301. The difference is the 301 has that built-in direct drive 0.7 amp motor, and the Featherweight has a external belt-driven drive 0.4 amp motor. But you know, I don't think it's going to be. This is from a pair of Levi's that she bought at a garage sale for $2 to give me a bunch of denim to sew on. So I'm just going to sew through the seam here and see if it'll do it. This is a standard number 14 sharp point Singer brand needle. Yep. Okay, now let me help it here. I don't know if it's going to be able to go over this. I don't have a DENIM jig, but let's see. I can't get up on there. I can't climb the hill of that seam. But I think you could see it didn't have any trouble sewing that. Okay, let's see if it'll do 2 layers of this hem on the jeans. I'm going to start in front of that part because I know I can't do that without a DENIM jig or something to help me get up over that. But I'm just wondering about this. Okay, well, that's kind of impressive. I'm sure that my wife will be happy about that. Okay, let's see, what else do I have here? I have some nylon ballistic belt, but that's going to be pretty easy. How about this scrap leather here? Let's try this. This isn't a leather needle or even a jeans needle or a heavy duty needle. It's just a standard number 14 needle. Make it 6, make it long. Hey, okay. Looking good, huh? How about like that? Will that fit under there? Yeah, it'll fit under there. Okay. Might as well stress test it if we're going to test it, eh? Okay. I honestly didn't think it would be this strong with that, what I consider to be a small motor, a 0.4 amp motor, you know. That's I wouldn't consider that a strong motor, but I think maybe just the way it is with all the, you know, the direct drive gear and the way it's made and everything, doesn't seem to be having a problem. I'm not going to sew through the seam, but I'm going to sew through 2 layers of denim, 2 layers of the umbrella, and through the belt scrap. Oh, maybe not. Let's try that again now. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I thought if I could get it started under there, I could maybe do it. It's just pretty thick. Yep. Okay. I just lifted this a little bit more, that last 1/64 of an inch. I'm going to see if the machine can just penetrate it without me putting it down in the fabric first. Up, needle strike. You know what happened there, don't you? I got off the side of the belt and it bent the needle, and I'm sure it hit the needle plate there. But until me, the sewist, but until I messed up, it was going right through the belt, the umbrella, and 2 layers of denim. All right. I think I've seen enough here. Let me get my bent needle out of here. Yeah. A little bit bent to the side, huh? Okay. Doesn't look like it hurt the needle plate, so I'm lucky for that. So what I'm left with here is the $16 bobbin case I bought from eBay. Works very well. Just a little bit rattly, but it worked very well and it kept its tension setting. Okay, and the $30-some bobbin case that I bought a while back on sale, that also worked very well. And I don't even know what the tension is. I didn't check it. I just pulled it out and put the bobbin in and sewed. But to me, it's a little bit less rattly, you know. So whether it's worth twice as much for a little less rattle, that'll be up to you. Again, in the description below, I can put links away from YouTube. Description below the video. So I'll put Louis Lovebug's place on eBay where I bought this, and I went there today. He still has them for sale. But you can look around. I'm sure he's not the only one. Maybe somebody has a better price, you know. But that's the one I'll be having my wife test first to see what she thinks. And I'll keep that. Maybe she can keep that one as a spare. And thanks for watching me bend a needle on Lala. But some good sewing, don't you think? Nice, pretty stitches for a machine that really was just barely running a while back when I got her. She's looking pretty good. Thanks so much for tuning in, okay? And I'll be doing a slideshow just to show her off. Take care.